Hi, this is Tristan from the Microsoft Student Partner Program at the University of Central Florida. I'm going to go over some Office 2008 for Mac keyboard shortcuts. Now keep in mind there's a lot of them out there. There's actually over 1,000, but in this one we're actually going to focus on Excel. Now Excel has over 200 by itself. I'm actually going to show where you can find out to get most of those from, but go in and watch because I'm going to go over a few key ones and hope it helps out. Alright, let's go ahead and jump in Excel here. Now I opened up the keyboard view to make things a little easier to see what keys I'm actually hitting. Now in Excel, if I click on the icon, it'll actually make a new workbook. Now for example, if I wanted to actually make a new workbook by using a keyboard shortcut, I can actually hold down the Command key and hit the letter N. Once it does that, it opens up a new workbook. You can see I've got workbook 8, whereas workbook 7 is also in the background. Now if I want to actually be able to open up a workbook, I can actually hit the Command O key. This will actually open up a command dialog box, actually a dialog box, where I can actually see different files on my computer. Now I've got College Cash Flow here, which is actually a Mactopia template I downloaded to keep track of cash flow, especially from last year because I was definitely having some good time in school. Now one of the things I definitely use this for is to maybe keep track of how much money I had coming in, keep stuff like that. But you can see here it has a wide range, especially with tuition, scholarships, and all stuff like that. Now, say for example I wanted to create a new sheet. I wanted to have a new sheet that had some additional data or had some other information in there. Well, I could easily hit this little plus icon right here and create a new sheet, but what if I wanted to do it with a keyboard shortcut? Well, there's actually a keyboard shortcut for that, and it's actually Shift F11. So if I hold down the Shift key and hit F11, it'll create a new sheet. Now, say for example, I really don't like Shift F11 because usually the F11 keys or the function keys are used for, muting, changing the brightness of my screen, and other different stuff along those lines. If I actually want to change that, I can actually go to Tools and go down to Customize Keyboard. Now, underneath Customize Keyboard, you can actually go here and change it up. So for example, if I wanted to go to Insert, Sheet, I can actually add different ones in here. As you can see, I actually added Command Shift N and Command Option Shift plus F11. And to actually add one of those, all I have to do is hit this area right here and then hold down the Command key. So if I want to do Command Alt Shift F11, I can add that in there, Command Option Control Shift F11, and click Add, and it's in there. Nice thing about that is you can have as many current configurations as you want. It makes things just a little bit easier. And if you want to set everything back to normal, just click the Reset All button, hit OK, and you're done. Now let's go ahead and close out this. Now, so you can use that to see which ones keyboard shortcuts are available currently. Now, say for example, I just want to see what keyboard shortcuts are for different menu items. Well, if I click on the file here, you can actually see if I want to open a new workbook, I had Command N right here, as well as if I wanted to close a workbook or save a workbook with Command S, I can save a workbook. So let's go ahead and jump back. Since I actually added this extra sheet in here, I can actually jump back here and say, for example, I wanted to update my telephone cable for January. Well, it was $45. Now, if I wanted to save it, all I have to do is hit Command S, and it's saved. And there you go. Now, this is just a few keyboard shortcuts for Excel. There's a lot more shortcuts out there, as well as you can customize your keyboard. So go ahead and take a look, and hope it works out for you. Have a good one.